Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to this COSA Nostra radio production. COSA Nostra is a family unit located on allpoetry.com. Allpoetry.com, the world's largest poetry community. We want to thank Kevin and the crew for giving us a place to call home and hang our hats. The content and opinions of the people, the callers, and the hosts do not necessarily reflect the beliefs and opinions of COSA Nostra ownership and management. Enjoy this COSA Nostra programming.
Hello, 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 and welcome to our house. I know everybody saw the banners outside. Celebration, celebration, celebration. This is part 2 of our third year anniversary celebration. And I want to welcome you to our house, and we're excited to have you here. And we're hoping that everyone can join us and have a little bit of fun. Now, first of all, I want to mention that my throat is bothering me a little bit, so I may be muted, and I may forget to take myself off the mute at times. But we're going to be trying our best here today, and the show must go on, so we're going to get through it. Without further ado, let me go to the phone lines. All right, Naomi, great to see that. And I want to say Naomi and Beard are on the board talking behind our backs, and French. No, just kidding, you two. Let's welcome to the show my number 2 on these days, Raz. Hey, Raz.
Hello, Jay. How's your frackery going? I hear you're a good fracker.
Oh, my God, brother. Right now, like I said, I had a little bit of a scare earlier this week with my throat, so I had to make an ER visit.
Back to you. It just goes away.
But I'm
for a
getting
little
better.
Or
what's that?
Your voice will come back to you.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Let us go to the phones. I missed her, and I'm glad she's back. Hello, Chi. How you doing?
What the ham sandwich is going on?
I know. What is wrong with these kids? Where the hell is that?
You ain't gonna be AIDS.
It is so good to have you back here. I missed you really bad. I'm glad you're here.
I kept saying I'm coming back. Boo, Lady Boo, I'm coming back. I went to see about a few things, and and came back. See, I'm here.
I'm glad. We're so happy you're here.
Well,
what was that, Raz?
Maybe we'll be enlightened. She knows plenty of spirituality. She studied theocracy. That's what I heard.
30 years it's been so far. 30 years. But listen, I don't know what the routine is today, so you have to excuse me. I put a poem down there. I haven't read it live. If someone could read it for me, that'd be nice. I'm not sure what to expect today. I just jumped in Geronimo style,
It's the second part of the anniversary
I got the link,
special.
and we'll have someone read it here shortly for you. I actually have someone who might be on the line who could read it. And
well, when I get all of these deep voices like yours, these men, ooh, yeah, I like that. Anyway, you take your pick. You know what you know.
Yeah, I think we got Mocha on the line. Hello, Mocha. I can't hear you. Gosh, dang. It takes her a while for her line to hook up, but she's calling in from Trinidad and Tobago, so we'll get her working here very shortly. And without further ado, I'm going to go and read a poem. This is a good one to start with, and we're reading some of the part 2 from our anniversary special, and this is one of them. This is from Joseph Moon, Amongst a Million Spirits. And it goes like this. I stand with rose bouquet in hand. Lifeless leaves swirl around my feet. My friends live here beneath the land. Mine heart burns and begins to beat. Upon bare branches, blackbirds alight. I wipe away my tears and reminisce. I wonder if I loved her right, the hugs and kisses I truly miss. They imbibe me to this serene space, wherein a million spirits roam. I see the sight of her face, and here I feel at home. A paradise in a gaze of lovers' eyes. End poem. There's a lot to digest in this poem. There's regret, there's love, there's what ifs. Yeah, the what ifs always kill me in life, what if this, what if that, if we didn't work. So I really think that he put together a well-constructed poem that tells a lot about, might as well try our best to do the best we can with who we got at the time. And I think that this is a wonderful message that really is wonderfully told. What do you think about that, Raz?
Yeah, I heard this piece previously. It does have a deep sense of how one could come to terms whether or not spirits are here. They would roam at least in the millions, maybe right now at even higher numbers, but that involves an invisible realm. So we can't deduce that through any of our five senses and only pray for that sixth sense, of which it's a kind of personal knowledge of which you can share for yourself as to our connection with higher power.
That is a great comment. And Chi, what do you think?
Well, it reminded me of the alchemy and the knowledge of the middle, what they call it, the middle road, whereas everything a human being is subjected to do in his life to his own free will, and everybody has a different interpretation of that. Always stay in the middle area of balance in order not to go into an area that could cause confusion. And so it sounds like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but that's how we would season our food too. And you see how well that comes out, so I can relate to that. That's a beautiful poem.
Wonderful, wonderful comment. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into our next poem. This was from the contest, and this was an HM winner. This is my brother from another, not another mother, but my brother from another group, Eden Bray. And if I can have Raz go ahead and read that.
Yeah. That number of which Boo was doing, How Deep Is Your Love, it came out wonderful on piano. She's extremely talented.
Yes, she is.
I can actually hear Gibbs when she's playing. We're living in a world full of fools, bringing us down when the ocean let us be. Well, here's his poem, Eden Bray. Get your hopes can hear. Hopes can steam in any language. Nothing is taboo or beyond the pale. Not one thing is out of reach. Your future is in your grasp. Possess it, claim it, make it your own. That alcoholism, you can beat it. That depression, you can climb out. Take possession of your circumstances, however bad they are. Never contemplate your own suicide. Think of those that were hurt. Seek help and talk about it. Just one someone. It will help you. Talk to God. If he, she is there, that window in the sky, talk to yourself and remember it is okay to cry. We all need to cry. Talk to anyone you can find who will take the time to listen. If you have done wrong, then please confess it. Get down on your knees and pray. Face the consequences of your actions. Man, woman, child, how much worse can it be? There is a path you can find. There is somewhere, someone with an understanding mind. This is not all about you anyway. Things you may have done, it is all about the children. It is about the future, your God-given mind. Whatever you may think or feel, whatever shit you have done, don't make it any worse. Today your life begun. You say you're a leopard. You can't change your spots. You say you don't believe in anything. Well, I say you're a liar and a snake who needs to change their skin and start wearing hope's skin. Hope is the sun in the sky, that one wet tear in your eye, that mangy bird that just flew by, that old woman on her knees, the one cop who isn't corrupted by the system. Hope is that child playing, the one in the hospital bed, missing an arm. She still manages to smile, that nurse in Afghanistan, that woman crying whose bad son is dead. Hope's skin. Shout about it. Talk about it. Get your skin out of the air. I am wearing my new Hope skin. I'm wearing it on Sunday, this Tuesday, any day, today. Hope skin.
This is an absolute brilliant poem. It really is. It's kind of a wake-up call, and I love the message behind it. This was, like I said, this was one of my favorite poems in the contest. We had a lot of great poems. But what Eden Bray puts here is he puts a message of, you know what, let's pull up our pants, go forward, and try to do what we can with what we've been given, regardless of what happens. You know, we live in a world that doesn't give people much hope. It doesn't want to give people much hope because it sells despair. Despair is for sale in our world, and it's great when someone gives that message of hope that everybody needs. And I want everybody around the world who's listening to us right now to hear that message, because it is an important message, and it's a message that we need to hold on to. And I think someone would love to comment on that message would be Chi. Chi, what do you think about that?
I like the part where it says not one thing is out of reach, which is a beautiful message for anyone, because we're all in our own way striving for something in our lives from day to day. And that is a great form of encouragement. I have always spoken to other people, from understanding that the man-made word in this world is impossible. But in the spirit world, because everything mixes up in the recipe of energy, nothing is impossible. You understand, a child can be born with no legs, or somebody with no eyes, but the point of the matter is, the creator of all the co-creators was indeed the greatest artist of the universe in the cosmos. And when an artist begins to draw, it will never draw the same picture. It thinks of a new way of expressing itself over and over again. So sometimes this being draws with two legs, and then maybe one leg, and then no legs, and with eyes to see and eyes not to see. And then he knows that the human race would use that as a form of discrimination to say that one group in the minority would be better than another group. You understand what I'm trying to say? An artist is in love with everything that it creates and sees its beauty in all things. And if we start thinking in that manner, our differences would make us unique, but also give us insight to things that we have differences in, to more experiences to learn. And we need to mature as human beings to that level of thinking. This was an excellent point to share, that there's no land that is an island, and we all need to embrace our differences. We all need to see that there's a reachable star in any situation that we're going through. I don't care what holds you bound. The way that you got bound has a door that unbounds. For everything in this world is a polarity. There's an up and a down and an in and an out. A man, a woman, everything has an opposite in this world. So the way you got in, always understand that there's a back door out, and never give up.
Amen, amen. And you know what? I just put a picture of me with Frank on the board. Frank is a friend of mine here in town. He has no arms and no legs. But if you meet him, he's got the biggest smile, the greatest attitude in the world. He gets around on his own. He does whatever he has to do. That's him doing his shopping by himself. And so happy that he's got people to talk to and they're willing to talk to him. Frank is an awesome individual. Love him to death. And I'm glad this poem was read because I got to share Frank with you guys. Raz, you read it. What did you think of the poem?
Yeah, there's plenty here of trying to be the mentor, but that depends on whose life is willing to change. This is like a speech which one might hear in a different tone at AA or NA meetings, but when it comes to addiction, there are plenty who are not willing to just put them down because all they have is that constant impulse to keep up the bad habit. So it's very difficult to expect significant change because someone else asks from those who suffer from addiction to try and live up to a level or standard of sobriety. It's a kind of a two-way.
That is a great comment as well. And let me go to the phone lines here.
Slippy slope.
And Tila, hello.
Hi. How are you? Yes.
I am doing good.
Here.
I'm doing good.
That's nice.
I'm glad
and hello to all my
yes,
to all beautiful guests who are here, and I would like to say hello to all of them.
How much time you got today, Tila?
Just 10 minutes. That's all. Sorry. Next time.
Okay, no problem. We'll have you read here shortly, but I'm going to continue on to the phone lines. And
okay.
Mocha, is that you?
Hi.
There she is. Hello.
I hope I'm not crackly today.
Mocha.
No, it sounds good.
Hi, Tila.
Hi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm so glad I get to hear your voice today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I see Justin, Naomi, and I heard Jazz.
Yep, here.
Raz. I heard him.
Hello, Tila.
Hi, guys. Hi, Raz. How are
we got
you? Nice to
we got an old friend on the line too. We got Chi Baby on the line.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
And our cute G too.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. And Tila, there you go.
Sure. Okay, I'm going. Okay, our vision. Okay, so this is a poem which somebody I wanted to need to take them out, so I thought, why not? So here I go, and it says, our vision. Ready for your road trip? Come on, jump in. He has a suitcase filled with his treasures of life. I too have a suitcase filled with? Why? I must tell you guys, might be some woman stuff. You just sit in that corner, not touching my bag. It's full of goodies and foodstuff. This is strictly for me. Only don't take advantage of my generous good nature. Do you hear me? Giving you a ride, that too, charge. Not charging you any penny. Change my mind. I will charge you what? You told me just this second. It's free ride. How can you change your mind? Why not? Only charging you $8. $8 only? Yes. Okay, agree. Close your eyes. Relax a little. We are passing the Manhattan Bridge in New York. Look at those big skyscrapers looking magnificent. I feel like I'm flying with you than riding. By the way, lady, what is your name? You will soon see my name on the billboard. Really? Be patient. We were in New York just a minute ago. We were in Aruba now. Look at the beautiful blue turquoise. The sun is hot. I'm hungry, lady. Can you stop and have some? No, not at all. But I'm hungry. For $8 you want food too? No way. Arguing with her is unnecessary. Close my eyes. Oh, what is this beautiful tall mountain of Rio de Janeiro? Oh, Jesus spreading his hands, welcoming the whole world to be under his loving heart. See, I feel peace and calm. Thank you for taking me to a ride. We are in Canada. That's Naomi's place. Oh, I remember that. Niagara Falls. Look at the horseshoe fall. Beautiful and lovely. Well, we are in forest of Borneo. Look, orange, beautiful orange color. I saw so many places. Great Wall of China, the bullet train in Japan, lovely India and its temple, Brussels chocolate, oh my favorite, Paris, Eiffel Tower, beautiful Capri in Italy, the Mediterranean Sea of Spain, my favorite Morocco, the pyramids in Egypt, and the great safari in Africa. Why are we all upside down? Yeah, we are in Australia. That's why. The great Sydney Opera House, lovely Dubai, Lahore of Pakistan, then Leningrad in Russia. How can I forget London, Portugal, Holland, Switzerland? Where am I now? In front of the billboard. Billboard? Yes. Vision. Yes, with our vision, we see the world takes you every nook and corner of our lives. But we don't appreciate, my beautiful lady of vision. You did finally took me all over the world. I would thank you for $8. End of poem.
Oh my God, this was great. Epic read. I love that. What an incredible story. You didn't just read the poem. You brought the poem to life. And I absolutely adored that. You did such a fantastic job on that. Loved it.
Learning from you.
Oh yeah. No. You did this on your own, and that's what you should be proud of that. Incredible job. Loved it.
Thank you.
Let me get a comment from. All right, Mocha can't contain herself on this one. What do you think?
I was giggling through the entire read. I've heard this before. So to hear her read it now, it was so fun. Like, yeah. I got her characters much better. Her arguing about it.
Thank you.
Like, okay, just take on. It was also much personalism. I still love the idea of going around the world with $8, but you're not really like going around the world. You're sort of just going around, and your imagination is taking you to all of these places. Oh, but Tila, you just sold it. I wish you would please turn yourself a SoundCloud. I will listen to this over and over.
Thank you so much. I love your name. Cute. Thank you.
And Raz, what do you think?
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a lovely piece on showing appreciation for the world in its structure and theory. But I was thinking, as an overline here, what you have of the net, mentioning the $8, because what it costs for a modem and a program to serve you access to the web can be at an extremely low amount, but the information there is also worldwide.
What a great comment. Very clever. Chi, what do you think?
I kind of changed the title in my head to, remember that one, Around the World in 8 Days? I changed it Around the World with $8. Yeah, okay, we got some rules going on, but the expressions that you gave were excellent. You had that. That was hot. So the rules are, understand that for $8 we got boundaries. Sit your butt in the corner, and next time bring your own food. And remember, BYOF, bring your own food, and your $8 need to be in cash and sit in the corner. Okay, that's good. Don't talk, baby. Don't talk. You know, $8 is all you got. Don't worry me. I like it.
That's a magic. Thank you.
What incredible comments. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tila, for stopping by. I really appreciate that.
Well, very welcome. And you guys enjoy, and I'll be reading your poem and going through when as soon as I get free a little bit. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Well, I'm going to be putting up another poem.
Hi, Tila. Hi. Who is this?
That was Mocha.
You said bye or hi?
The Jules Verne
said
novel,
bye.
not 8 days.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Mocha was saying bye.
Oh, okay.
Tila was
bye.
gone in less than an hour.
All right. This was another one that got an HM in our contest. It is Azakel, and we're just going to listen to his SoundCloud here. And here we go. That was such a cool rendition of that song. And I want to just mention that the piano was Boo. So he took Boo's piano and made the words and got it going. So I think they did an awesome job on that. And Chi, what do you think about that?
I was trying to focus on the words, but I had it was a little too much acoustics in it. I couldn't figure out what it was saying. Somebody got some vocal ivory chords, and that was beautiful. And the melody was excellent too. I was wondering what happened to Bo and you're moving on, because I left her with that, but that's a song. That's not a poem, but it's beautiful. The melody. Yeah, I have to try and hear that again so I can hear the words clearly, though.
Yeah, it is in the poem link, so if anybody wants to re-listen to it, they can. And let me get a comment from Raz. Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, there's definitely a profound moment here in changing the Bob Dylan lyrics. You have "We need Christ," or "How we need Him now," closing into Revelations that we need to bow. And so it shows that there might have been a higher reasoning how there's the good book, because would one actually believe in the Father without the other, the Son?
Great comment. Well, I'll tell you what, let's keep on with the music train here. And this is a little something from, hey, there's Rooster. Yes, glad to see him on the board. And okay. And what we'll do is I'm going to put Jethro in next, and we're going to listen to another bit of music. And here we go. I'm not going to take this patch off of me. I can't shoot this anymore. Where the dancing on my breath at me. I've been a sheriff for quite long now, but I'm not yet done. Laying everything down. Sure, I'll eventually knock on that door. Long train is an afterthought behind you, isn't it? Not quite over the part where the lovers were meant to be in love. Not just compatible or immediate. Hey, is that an hopeful smile behind the gauze? Or is it just me and a bit of wishful thinking, gospel in the church and distantly banshee? Do you little paper bit lover girl have any wishes that I possibly could do, find, be, arrange or leave? For you to find on a day when something breaks, a day you really could do with a just because. Or even, I really do love you, you know. Those days aren't coming all that often, but when they do, they come down like fucking hail, and there's hellhounds on every goddamn trail. Robert Johnson, Elizabeth Cotton, you make me glad. Bad days with worse luck, you've made me feel loved. In sickness and in health, I'm glad you are here. And some days so simple, you're needed. Stay, please. Some will recognize or find themselves in a short and torn by wind story, where love appears to have become see-through, full of darkness with slim fucking margins, like this. Not today, not next day, someday soon. Not then eventually. I'm in the car, baby. Where are you? What do you need? Feel like I'm falling slow. You know what you've taken. You starting to yourself. I'm really thin. You're scaring me, babe. You're scaring me. I'm covering the sky.
ambulance is on the way. Keep talking. Stay with me, huh? Hey, stay on the ambulance. Hey, stay with me. Can you tell me what happened? Is anyone else hurt? How bad? Hey, stay with me, girl. Girl, stay on the line. They're there any minute now. Stay awake, girl. Yeah, she's still breathing. Some kind of laceration to the leg, bad bleeding, and she's pale and dying in wind. Yeah, we'll be coming back even faster. Call the cops and try best to clear the way. This is gonna be a close one. She's a second, not a minute. So anything you can do, we got her down the stairs and rolling her in now. Yeah, Louise getting behind the wheel, rolling away now. No, she's not responding to anything, but she's breathing. Cops got away clear? Alright. Louis, you got almost full clear way. Cops got T's blocked and lights on red for us. This girl's not gonna make it if you don't keep the limits. If you keep to the limits, she's dead. Drive like we've got hellhounds on our trail. We need to be in an ER, now. We will lose her. Yeah, Mama, what's with this dark night? Always with the light. Did it somehow get me for this? That the light always has that purple tint. Mama, what's going on? I feel weightless, yet I'm falling down. Mama, why are you staring up at me? And why do I feel like I am falling just like me? Girl is bed with wings are fluttering. Eyelids are not even fighting the tape. At the sight of the one thing she thought safe to love, she's pale as dying in winter, like falling snow. Hey, is it possible to leave her lights on? Mom is asking the MD quietly. I don't want my girl to wake in the dark. Please, doctor, but even before she got hurt. She far too often been alone, and no matter if she talks about it or not, I still believe she's scared of the dark, so can we please let her light stay on? Mama hops and they'll come back to her. Sleepy little baby, Mama will be rocking you when she can, baby, but Mama be loving you. Always Mama be loving you. Sleepy little baby, Mama will be rocking you when she can, baby, but always Mama be loving you. End of story. Been a few years now. Still sleeping, baby. Still sleeping. Same EMT as before, speaking to the ER clerk. Yeah, I tried all I could to get a response. Pale as dying in winter she looked. I told Louise she was a second stat girl, and he got us here and we got the girl into ER hands. Yeah, a close one. Still hasn't woken up though, and it's been what, 3-4 years? Yeah, she's sleeping like she's a snowdrift angel. I hope she wakes up and can hear her mama sing for her. If not now, then someday.
Oh, my goodness. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Oh, my, that was absolutely freaking epic. I got to say that thing belongs on the front page right there. That was a brilliantly told story with some just intense storyline that just absolutely burned up the whole day. I mean, gosh, what talent to bring something like that and to present it in that fashion. Wow, I'm just stunned. I'm putting it on my will nominate list, and I'm going to frickin' nominate that one for front page. There's no doubt about that. Now, before I get some comments for this absolute epic, I'm going to welcome Driscona to the show. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Doing all right? How's everybody?
We're doing pretty darn good.
Hey,
pretty
Drizzy
darn
Dragon.
good.
We're good.
Good.
All right. Now, Mocha, you got something to say about this piece from Jethro?
I feel like I have a lot to say, but I'll try to keep it short. This was an amazing production. It wasn't a full production. He went from scene to scene. He gave us well-developed characters. The plot had texture. The way he faded the music in and out at the right moment. The quote, the bits of dialogue between the guy in the ambulance trying to get the cops out of the way so that everybody can keep this woman alive. And then, the story was great. Like, it really was epic. And I do fully agree that this deserves front page, because this was a lot of time and effort, I think. You can tell that he put a lot of planning into it, and he wanted to execute the storyline in a very specific way to create a mood that is very much Jethro. And I think that he did that. He nailed it on the head, knocked it right out of the park. I think this is so awesome for so many reasons. But I'm going to shut up and let somebody else comment.
Chi, what do you think?
It was an intense expression of emotion, and he did it so eloquently. This is absolutely something that I was trying to visualize, and I was like, after that, we need a play. Charge more than $8, but this could be actually transferred into a series that could be visually seen, on stage, and so, I like the way it gave a visual graphic as well. So I enjoyed it.
I agree. If you guys ever get a chance to see some of the old, or listen to some of the old Bukowski readings on YouTube and the music they put behind those readings, you'll see that this was very, very kind of a Bukowski feel for a little while, especially when it was more of the narration part. And then the production was just absolutely freaking amazing as well. Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, I wrote back brilliant performance in the tone of Dylan on describing the agonizing tragedy of those who suffer near fatal car accidents and the tragedy of the coma a year afterwards. I also send my regards to this poet on writing in the author's note that he's familiar in person with these types of snow angels, as he says of these victims who are left in the comas at the hospitals. It's definitely one of those social tragedies of which we can't really apologize enough times.
Brilliant view and comment. Really appreciate that. Mocha, would you like to read Chi for us? She wanted someone to read her piece. Would you go ahead and read this for us?
Sure. I thought she was gonna read. I like her voice.
Yeah, we're here.
Throw it on the board?
Yep, it's on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So I had to refresh. I don't know why old poetry is making me refresh these days. But it's right up. Okay. This poem is called Mankind by Chi Adams, with the cutest name ever. My roots are deep. My soul is ion soul. I hold past life wisdom more valuable than gold. Infinite is mind of the eternal soul. I am the visual cosmic conscious, more vague than all earth's grains of sand. The direct power of manifestation lives in the palm of my hand. I am the possible. I am that I am. The co-creator of tomorrow. The preserver of divine light. I am the spectrum of both black and white. The invisible made visible, so even the blind man can see. I am the voice that flows through the subtle winds that blows so crisp and clear that the deaf can hear me. For mine is all, and all is mine. I am the living breath, aka mankind. And she puts a little signature, IT poetry and poem.
Awesome read, awesome poem. This has so much power behind it, and I know there's going to be several people that absolutely adore this piece. I do see the vision in there, the strength in there, and the spirituality in there. And all this time, Chi, I know you are just so devout in what you believe. And the message that you give, and I really, really appreciate that.
Always want to encourage humans. I always want to encourage all humans to always love yourself.
What do you think?
Don't be afraid to love yourself. You see.
I think it was indeed a very powerful write. A lot of will went into that, and a lot of herself. I've never read anything by this poem. This, I have to say, I think should be recommended as well for front page. Just a very deep and spiritual write, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked that. And, it's just very well read, Martha.
And Mocha, you read it. What do you think?
Oh, I think this was so powerful. I think this is the first thing of hers that I have read. And I don't know if you could tell, but I got more into it towards the end because as I reached somewhere in the middle, probably the line, I am the visual cosmic consciousness more based than all earth's grains of sand. I started feeling like really powerful myself. It's almost like what you do with manifestation, saying I am and I am and I am over and over and sort of programming yourself in a way to believe all these positive things. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Well, the I am that I am is what was spoken by. The I am that I am was spoken by the Creator. And so if man is made in the image of the Creator, then we are also in part the I am that I am, co-creator.
Yes, I love that. I kind of believe that too. I have a similar belief, but I use the Christianity to base it off of. You know how they say God breathes life into every one of us? That just means that all of us are a little piece of that breath, and therefore gods with common genes.
Wonderful, wonderful comment, everybody. Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It would seem if there is a God, which is a higher willpower than mankind, to some extent serves what there is of that type of willpower through his own actions and deeds in every regard, that you can't have man without thinking of how he must have come from God.
Great comment.
I love that comment you gave, sir. Explaining the beginning and explaining the royalty of the beginning and the righteousness of man to be in the sovereign of his Father, the King, as well as the beginning of all things. But basically, I went to school for theology. Then I also studied both quantum physics and alchemy. So the combination is intertwined in there because they all have the same meaning but different terminologies. But at the end of the day, they all lead back to the same house. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I was seeing it in the newspaper just the other night, how you have quantum physicists thinking that the universe has no other cause as to its current creation now, and roughly at least 13.8 billion years old.
Well, see, as far as what they're trying to use this machine in order to go back as far as some of the oldest artifacts and bones. But that machine only goes through so many zeros and then it stops. Actually, the beginning stages of Earth, what is one thing, but understand that they also have found water in different planets that are older than the water that's on this Earth. So the origination of this planet was not the beginning stages of some of the artifacts that we have here that are here planted now. So the deeper roots, once you start following the breadcrumbs, absolutely started in the cosmic of the spirit world, where the beginning of the I am exists. And the I am has nothing to do with the flesh, and it is somewhat of the electromagnetic energy. It's a man-made name, of course, but, there are no names beyond Earth in the 3D, and man makes up these names, and whatever they call it in the spirit world, we will never know because it's beyond our knowledge. And so man is limited. And so is quantum physics and so forth and so on. They're still in the research process of understanding something older than man itself. And so we'll keep searching. That's all we can do.
All right, there you go. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Raz read us the next one if he can. And this one is from our good friend Sam, also known as Soliloquy.
I see what you're saying. It's like, imagine what will break a calculator, and that would be an infinite number. So, either ways, here's this poem, Soliloquy. Shattered dreams. Shattered dreams. There's an earnest quiet trapped between rib and breastbone that bruises and rudely defiles my right to reason. Those deadpan eyes and rigid lips make way for waves, and I drown in my continents dashed upon sandy shores, shattered like empty wine bottles and dreams of a fulfilling life.
Sam is such a great writer. He brings such a raw feel to his poetry, and he told me that bottom line is when he wrote this, he brought it out, he just felt it come out. And sometimes when you write, that's all you do is you feel those things come out. And I think he did a great job right there. And let me get a comment. Driscona, what do you think about this one? Driscona, are you the button? The button.
Let's go.
Well, no, she ended up dropping. Darn. Well, let me get Chi. Chi, go ahead.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that was a short, sweet, and to the point one. But the point he got across. This is like one of those bada bing, bada bang. I said what I said in a minute. I liked it. It was real short, but I liked it.
Great. Raz, you read it? What do you think?
Yeah, I was recently listening to Coldplay's last album, Everyday Life Church, and for the first time I noticed that the song lyric is not as you're running away from me, but as I'm riding a wave towards you. And I can't help but look at this second stanza of those deadpan eyes and rigid lips make way for waves, and how necessarily in terms of physics we're all on those kinds of gravity waves simultaneously each moment of the day, not knowing which direction the next relevant object might come to pertain.
And Mocha, what do you think about that?
Oh, I think this is really awesome. There is not one bad line in this entire poem. I think that's amazing. It's just talent right there, or skill, one of the two. The way that I'm glad that you mentioned that he said he sort of just felt this and it came onto the page, because that is what I feel reading it. It kind of just feels like an upchuck of emotion, and he just spat it on the page, and there it is. And I can definitely relate to the mood of it. Deadpan eyes and rigid lips that make way for waves. And I drown in my continents, dashed upon sandy shores. I love that line, I drown in my continents. It reminds me of, I don't know how many people can relate to this, but if you have been through depression or have depression, you are prone to these bouts of apathy where you sort of kind of sit there while you feel all of the things sinking in on you, and you stare straight at a wall or into space, but you're not really looking at the wall, you're not really looking at anything, you're just very far away from the entire experience that your body is having right now. That is what this whole moment felt like to me, and I think it was brilliantly penned for such a short poem. Well done.
And welcome back, Driscona.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys.
Did you hang up on yourself?
No, I don't. I think I lost my connection, and because I'm trying to make my son's lunch, or I'm just doing a lot before I go to work. But yes, okay. So I did hear the poem. I think it's an amazing composition. Soliloquy is an amazing writer. Always a terrific flow, and just the imagery, no matter what length, is just really powerful, really impactful. Really takes the reader, and that's something that a lot of people could learn from. To further their own selves as beginners. I think they're a wonderful person to follow. It was an amazing read. Hey, Mama's on the phone. Come up here.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, that is a brilliant comment. Thank you, Driscona. And let's keep on going to the poems we missed. And let me see where I want to go from here. Oh, yeah, I think I'll read this one. This is a little bit of Dante. And
it still can be fun.
All right. This is called My Painting by Dante 16, and it goes like this. All of us are in a pandemonium by he who reaped what we sowed, unleashing inferno upon us, leaving the earth in darkness, isolating all of us. As the demon and egos rise up, we go slowly insane. Now gaze upon the fire, slowly burning the rage of desire, tempted to give in, yet bumping into every log in this green scenery. Thoughts through the fog, and still it feels so empty. I can't wait patiently. Used to think straight out of my mind. Right the first thing that popped up. Shit, guess the Stepping Up series really came in top of piece I ever wrote since a night really flopped. But I ain't going to do that again, 'cause what else I can do in this rain for another one for fun, 21 plus more reboots. Through many hoops. Seems like I really branched it off into many leaves, and slowly I reached the top of stuff for anyone that sees. Used to be a sapling fast growing, bringing pieces left and right. But now I feel like doing that leaves me ending this painting of my tree in the canvas now. Am I wrongfully right? End poem. Oh, brilliant story. This is a very introspective piece that really has a powerful message. And I'm really, really impressed with how he put this one. Let me get a comment from Chi. What do you think about this?
Yes, Dante, you got my vote. Paint that darn tree. Reboot, and reboot again until you get over it, baby. That's how you do the darn thing. All right? And this whole thing about the isolating egos, going insane, I've been calling it cabin fever, but I see your point. It is kind of empty, ain't it? I think the man had a great point there.
And let me get a comment from Mocha.
Oh, I love this. I love Dante's little freestyle sessions. it really takes me back to like the core of writing when I had just started writing, because he's a part in this where he says, I can't wait patiently, used to think straight out of my mind, right? The first thing that popped up. But I used to do that. Like, everybody has this section. And then if you read the author's notes too, he mentions how he's slowly getting more and more stuff on pieces to write. And he mentions just doing it for fun or deep thoughts and yada yada, and it being a part of a series. But the point is that he embodies this sense of freedom in writing when he writes. And he always writes kind of for himself to himself, which I love because so many writers try to not do that. Like, a lot of them try to do the opposite of that. Even when we are actually writing about ourselves, we always project it into something that is a third party. You know, we make up a character and then we tell a story through there. No, Dante doesn't do that shit. Dante is like, look, this is me. This is what's on my mind. I'm going to say what's on my mind, how I want to say it, and if you don't like it, that is you. And I just love that. I feel that every poem he writes.
All right, that is awesome. And Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the dedication here for the whole style and form of free verse. what the poet brings through is a kind of hunger to just keep on playing or going through that process of whatever kind of work a person has that's related with the net. When you have 21 plus more reboots, it reminds you, those who are used to Windows, it becomes a kind of secondary formatting to what you build and create for yourself.
And let me see. Driscona, Blog Talk doesn't like you today.
I know. I think it's because I got real bad cloudy weather, so my signal's not real great.
Well, what did you think of Dante's poem?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple of collaborations with Dante, and I just love how he really gets into his work. He loves what he does, and he just really puts himself out there. He's a wonderful writer. I think it's an absolutely, just amazing composition. It was a real pleasure to hear him. It was a wonderful read.
Wonderful comment as well. Well, we've got a little something special today, and it's a little bit different. Raz, I'm going to need your help on this. We're going to be doing a little Lawrence 67 together, okay, Raz?
Yay! Yeah, a whole team effort for Lawrence.
Yes, it's going to be a team effort. What it's going to do is I'm going to be singing the part, and you're doing the backup vocals, okay?
Backup vocals?
That's right.
All right, I'll be Davy Jones.
All right, here's a little Lawrence 67. Oh, don't be cruel. Oh, the Adventures of Nigel the Fat Cat and his homie Alfie. Don't be cruel. You know what can be found.
Hold on a second. Let's start up again.
Okay.
I had to look at the lyrics. So I'm Nigel Alfie?
Yes, you are. You ready?
Yeah.
You know I can't be found.
Bop.
Sitting all alone.
Bop.
If you can't come around.
Bop.
At least please telephone.
Bop.
Don't be cruel. To a heart that's true. Baby, if I made you mad.
Bop.
Something I might have said.
Bop.
Please, let's forget my past.
Bop.
The future looks bright ahead.
Bop.
Don't be cruel. To a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Oh, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Don't stop thinking of me.
Bop.
Don't make me feel this way.
Bop.
Come on over here and love me.
Bop. You know what I want you to say? Bop.
Don't be cruel. Oh, to a heart that's true. Why should we be apart? I really love you, baby, across my heart. Let's walk up to the preacher.
Bop. Bop.
And let us say I do.
Bop. Bop. Then you'll know you have me. Bop. Bop. Now know that I'll have you. Bop. Bop. Don't be cruel. Ah.
To a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Oh, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
To a heart that's true. Don't be cruel.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
To a heart that's true. I don't want no other lover. Oh, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Oh, my God.
You asked him
great
to
job,
write
Brad.
that for you.
Great job, bravo.
You heard all about your Elvis
my
Presley
God.
impersonation, becoming famous in Vegas.
This was awesome. This was awesome. I had so much fun.
My God.
Before we get into comments, let's welcome to the show the boss herself, Boo. Hello, Boo.
Hi, how are you?
You ran into this chaos, which is Lawrence 67. How'd you like it?
Of course, I was Lawrence 67. Funny. Good job, Raz. JCA. JCA, for any opportunity to see me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let me get a comment from Chi. Chi, what do you think about that?
Chi. Hi, Chi.
Hey, Lady Boo.
Hey, missed you.
I missed you guys too, but I'm back.
Hey.
I have no idea what's going on. But I was just, in my mind, I just got back, so I don't know what's going on with that. And I know that's Elvis Presley. And I remember I was like 9 years old, right? And my aunt she made me watch the whole Saturday of the marathon. And the man had one leg. Hey, mom, when you clap, you gonna move everything. I mean, the hips, the shoulders. This man had one leg movement, and I was 9. To me, he had to pee. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this one. And I'm not even sure, but you sounded good. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, it's really fun to do everything like that. Driscona, what do you think?
Driscona. Hey.
Hey, Dirty D.
You hear him, Boo. You know he's talking to you. No, that was so epic. I don't even understand what's happening right now. That truly was special. Like a whole Elvis thing and everything going on in here. Boo. I don't know what you got going on here, but you missed it. That was truly epic.
Mocha, what do you think?
I have a lot to say about it.
I had to make sure I muted myself for the entire thing because I was cackling from the moment that Raz started saying "bop, bop." I just lost my
shit. I'm too hot for this.
I have no idea why he chose to read it like that. But for the entire thing, it was sending me. And JC is just like, they're trying to sing seriously. And I'm just imagining Raz, bop, bop. Oh, God. And then the part when they had to sing together, he didn't even try to sing. Like, he just talked through the whole thing. And for some reason, I could not stop laughing. I'm gonna think about this like for the rest of the day.
Oh man, was that music in your generation? That's why that bop was so slow.
And Raz, what do you think?
Bop.
Yes, I become Mocha's infrared-eyed teddy bear.
Oh, cute. Oh,
Oh my God, please don't say
smart
that.
teddy bear,
He has
right?
a huge teddy bear.
Oh, that's one smart teddy bear.
Yeah, well, all right. Let me see. I'm trying to find something here. And I want to, like I said, just awesome job, everybody. Really appreciate it. Hey, this Saturday, I want to mention that I'm going to be putting up the topic here shortly. Going to figure out everything with it, but it's going to be me and Wayne again this Saturday. So look forward to co-hosting with Wayne.
Just don't mute yourself.
It's going to be awesome.
I don't know how to read the answer. Can you just go ask what time I do this?
All right, here we go. And up next, we're going to have a little bit of Rob. So, she shines electric. Here we go.
She Shines Electric, a poem inspired by Walt Whitman. There's vibrance at the base of her sculptured structure, holding the workhorse load with floating seahorse bursts of weightless pirouettes, often sharing the same space as those dusty places, nonetheless still deserving of the tension relieving and knotting between my forefinger and thumb, as well as the finest mustard resource-formed luxuries furrowed out of the ground she walks upon, pouring onto those treasure pegs a blended perfume of Madagascan vanilla, Indian agarwood, Turkish rose, frankincense and sandalwood out of a terracotta vase with 2 Eros figures painted in red. I use my hair in Mary Magdalene fashion to delicately polish Her Majesty's pillars from the soft crevices in between pedicured toes, sliding under the arch and around the ankle traffic circle, gliding up her calves to a touch of soft firm equilibrium. In kneeling submission, the finger-hiked road meets a heaven-sent bend where I follow pleasure's sense, more serene than the Chapman's Peak drive, aimed towards a saturated sky at the crossroad collision of enticing, slithering, python-gripped eyes. Victoria Falls weeps in green-faced shame, where the life-giving potion reigns, awaiting the gravity-challenging boatman who rows upstream for his would-be queen. Where wrists twist and bend around extended curves, hand in glove they cradle handles with a fitting feeling of an artisan's tools, each finger seamless into an expecting groove. Furnace that powers the electricity, emitting in a radiant afterglow which lights up my life, and converted manger room which asks for fuel to feed at least 2, depending on how many lodgers book a stay, as seeds bloom into fruit in the wonder of her womb, adding another generational ring to the tree for another season. Desired by every man to summit and master, her spine is the staircase of a tower, which my digger load and nails plough in devourment. In winter stress and torments, I find sanctuary in the nest where I lay my head to rest in the embrace of her chest, while in scorching passion of summer's hottest day, jewel drops of sweat sprouting from the same fountain tame my heat-stroke bewilderment and splash of fulfillments. Balanced between temples where she wears the crown jewel, which could power 1,000 stations, each smile with enough charge to cause an earthquake off the scale and reverse the motion of rotation. She shines electric through my entire life, light in the darkness behind my window eyes. She shines electric, breathing rhythmic life into the machine circuit pumping my nucleus. She shines electric.
Damn.
What an amazing write. And you can feel the passion in it. You can hear the passion in it. I love this part, pouring into those treasure pegs, a blended perfume. I love this. Madagascan vanilla, Indian agarwood, Turkish rose, frankincense, and sandalwood. I'm going to assume that each of them have their own meaning, and each of them have a deeper meaning. But right now, I'm not going to figure out that meaning. I might look it up later because I think that is a very awesome job in bringing that together. And of course, I love the Mary Magdalene. The use of the hair, washing the feet, and going ahead and pretty much taking people's blemishes and making them clean again. I think that is freaking an awesome visual. The whole thing is just an amazing piece, full of romance, full of heart, and full of passion. And I think it's just awesomely blended together. Let me get a comment. I'm going to start with Chi on this. Chi, what do you think about that one?
Rob was all over the place with a whole lot of different scenarios, and I like the way he put it all together, and he wrapped it up in a beautiful package of it explaining. The first word he used that was definitely a plus is the fact that he used the word electric because, like I was saying, in the beginning stages of the endocrine, they've even got the films now where they can see the first spark of life, even during conception, is the electromagnetic energy that generates the body when a child is being produced inside the mother's womb. And so I was following the scenarios, and I was like left and right in my head, trying to keep up with the words he was using, and all of the incense that he used, used in frankincense for one is both used in alchemy as well as the religious practice, because they seal the person in a specific gift of protection. Each one of these, sandalwoods and so forth and so on, add a different protection. Frankincense, for that particular fact, is used in the churches to remove any unclean energy. So, I was following that, and the washing of the feet is to give humbleness to another person, showing a sign of balance. And the Mary Magdalene was the female who was under the stages of denial, but looks like in certain sectors of the sacred secrets, when you go into the Gnostics, they explain that Peter wasn't exactly ready, and there were points in time that he was a little hot-tempered and cutting off the ear and so forth and so on, and Jesus had to calm him down at points in time, and they told him, said, come on back. When this whole thing is up with, I want you to show you that life is more than just the body that you're in, so I'm coming back. I don't care whether they speak of death. I want to show you. And Mary Magdalene was the only one that returned, and when she would return, he was like, I can't stay. As a matter of fact, I'm not clean because I've been through the depths of hell as a speck myself, so don't even touch me. But the message that I wanted to give to all of you, you're only one here to receive it, and soon I have to descend. So this is what I want to tell you. And Mary Magdalene was the only one who followed the specific instructions. When they saw that the body was dead, they thought it was the end of Christ himself when he was trying to explain the spiritual part of man is more than what the human could possibly kill. And so under those pretense, Peter got angry because she was the only one, and word was spread that she was the prostitute, but she was actually the one who was giving finances because she was a wealthy woman, so she had no need for prostitution. But he loved her because she focused on him. When he talked, she was in a gaze. I mean, she was hypnotized at everything he said. He realized that she never stopped focusing on anything that he said, and so he loved her because she was really, really listening. And so, he said, well, they thought that she was the favorite, but she was the one that he realized if Peter couldn't take the toll, I was going to have to go to her because this message has to be given to the rest of the world. So Madeline took the toll. And when Peter got upset about it because he was a hothead, the word got around that she was a prostitute. She couldn't tell the information that was left from the Christ when he rose because nobody in that day and time would listen to a prostitute. So she was the one who was purified but denied. You see, and so under these particular circumstances, her purification led the way to how the ending is restoring us in today's time to understand that man can kill the body, but they cannot kill the spirit. And electromagnetic energy or any form of energy is spirit. Energy is a substance that can never die. All it does is reproduce. And that's the reason why he spoke of the resurrection. And so the things that he put in this poem was totally wrapped up in a beautiful package gift. And it was all concerning females. He's kind of sexy with his stuff. We got to watch him. You know that?
There you go.
Yes,
and Mocha, what do you think?
Like, this is my maybe third time reading this. It's not going to get old. Like, it never will. I'm glad I get to comment on it this time too, because the first two times I read it, I was like, oh, I realized so much things. Rob, first of all, is brilliant, but that's obvious. He has this way of making the tiniest things, the tiniest moments, or the tiniest actions be stretched out. So just like this, let's just take the first sentence. There's a vibrance at the base of her sculpted structure, holding the workhorse load with floating C-force bursts of weightless pirouette. That's one sentence, mind you. And you think, like, you read it the first time, and like she had mentioned, you're kind of like, whoa. But then you read it the second time, and you realize, first of all, this is kind of dirty. And secondly, you put a lot of dedication and thought into this. There is multiple layers of meaning, aside from this whole scene where that she just talked about, where he's using this frankincense and sandalwood. And if I remember correctly, sandalwood is actually it's used to purify and like cleanse things before certain ceremonies. So he's made this whole what is actually a very dirty encounter not just graceful and eloquent, but spiritual, and he's made it ceremonial, in fact, where it's like it's actually magic. It's almost like he's performing a ritual of dedication to his lady. Wink, wink, eyebrows.
Lucky bitch.
And he, yes, she is. She should. She. I'm sure she feels amazing every time she reads this. I can't imagine.
She's probably read it thousands of times.
And it still never gets old for her either.
Awesome. And Raz, what do you think?
Yes, each time it's praiseworthy. This is definitely a stroke of poetic genius. It compliments Whitman to the point of which his original point had been, we are all part of an atomic reality, electromagnetism, of which we create different magnetic forces. And this does the same equal amount of justice, that there's a kind of beauty to all of that, why everything interconnects on the subatomic level.
Exactly.
Great comment. I guess I got one last comment from Boo. Boo, what do you think about that one?
Oh, I hate it. It's terrible. No, I'm kidding. No, it's gorgeous. Like, I like what all of you said. I like what you said, Chi, and all of you made it even me understand it better because of your guys' point of view. I like what Mocha said. I think Jasmine, what Mocha said, and Raz, all of you, and Jay. I liked what you said about cleansing and starting over. I think, it's so beautiful, so complimentary, so gorgeous, tender, and when I first read it, I was blown away. 1,000th time I've read it, I'm blown away, and honored, actually. So thank you so much. I love it. Love you.
All right, and let's go to the phone lines. Rack, hey brother, how you doing?
Racky Poo. Racky Poo.
Is it Rack?
Or
who's on Skype? Oh no, it's Naomi.
Maybe
I bet it's
Naomi.
It's
Naomi. Okay.
Naughty Naomi.
Hello. That's
Hello.
right. I forgot. There's more than one person on Skype. So there we go. Here you guys are just in time for a little bit of. I've been saving this. I'm going to bring her poem here in a second, but I'm going to play mine right now. And I have been saving this up until after I got done with Sky's show on a team of on a poetic slice of life. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Naomi, did you hear that poem by Rob?
I was too busy grooving along to his voice to hear any word.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. This next one is definitely for Boo, since she likes all my character voices. And this goes back to Halloween a little bit, and I'm bringing you guys a little Freddy Krueger. So here you go.
Woods that smell of the oak and the pine, twirled with a hint of bloodied knees. It is the children, the perfume they share with their screams, a lavender lace curl that tickles the spine. See the eyes gush, then pop out and put on the score. Shish kebab with onions, cherry tomatoes, and the kitty's kidneys, the entree, and the hors d'oeuvres, inner ear, escargot, and the parents, and the torches. My house, the crematorium. Send me to hell. Just dream.
That was spooky. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi.
I'm creeped.
Oh, lordy. Naomi, get out from under the bed.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Send shivers up your spine, eh?
Then again, I'm twisted. Racky Poo, you want to go first? I think Naomi's getting herself together.
No, Rack's not here.
Rack's not there? Oh, I thought it was Racky Poo. Okay, that was Naomi. Sorry, Naomi. No. All right, you got to go first. Were you scared, Naomi? That was freaky. Oh, what do you think, Naomi?
Yeah, that was creepy. Oh yeah, you done the way you changed up your voice to read that, and the music behind it. Wow, JCA. I mean, that would be something I'd take to the kids on Halloween and freak them out. Yeah, just amazing production, the way you put all that together and worded it. Yeah, just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
I'm scared. I don't know about anybody else. Why do you perform these pieces so well? I'm concerned. Like, when you got to it is the children line, like, I recoiled. I was disgusted. You were too in character. Why were you so in character?
Too believable. Too believable. I agree.
The music was very unsettling. It was a well done, horrible write. Please don't make me ever happen to listen again. I don't want to listen to this again. I can't even talk.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. The backstory on Freddy Krueger, before he was burned, he was a child serial killer.
I know what it is. I watched the movie. God damn it! You're too in character. Stop.
And it's too believable. It's too believable.
That's my. Hey, I am a certified actor, so yes, I can do this stuff.
Aren't all men certified actors? Aren't all men certified actors?
Hey now, boo.
Just kidding. Raz.
Well, I liked how you have the exact voice impersonation of Robert Englund repeating the verses, and it sounds all that more eerily familiar to the series Nightmare on Elm Street, that Freddy's curse was literally, had those parents done away with him, it was nothing more but dreams.
Yeah, that was scary, Jay. That was really scary. That's up there with your other one that I'd make you play just so they could hear it. But I don't know if we have time. You know, my fave, the old penguin. Maybe at the end? I don't think we might have time, though.
Maybe we can do that, yeah.
That was so trippy. That was so trippy. So scary about the children especially. Anything about children, like hurting them or anything, makes me crazy. I mean, I know that's the point, but yeah, we're going to be still looking under your bed, Jay. Every time you do another one, more and more, we're convinced. I agree with Mocha. Too convincing.
I mean, a lavender-laced curl.
He got all the details down to the bone, literally.
I know.
Mhm.
I admit it. I studied the character before I wrote this. Definitely.
Have you heard him do the penguin? It's incredible. It's so good. Maybe if we have time, Jay.
I have not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we will play that as the outro. How about that? Chi, you want to say anything about that?
She's hiding.
They have these overactive nostrils that are overactively sensitive to smells, and you can smell the screens. Well, there you go, following that. And too paralyzed to feel stings when you burn. And then you wanted some shish kebabs and entrees. So it sounded like a serial killer who was kind of hungry at the point in time. And then his house was the crematory, but you didn't want to go to hell. So you wanted to actually send to a greater state than the crematory. Well, see, that made so much sense to me. Did all that sitting on the bed.
Barbecue at Freddy's
house. But you know
house.
what? Flexes, okay, I'll be at the edge of my seat now, but I was going to turn it off because I'm scared. I'll be like,
barbecue at Freddy's house, BYOB.
All right. Let's totally change it up again, folks. And Raz, I'm going to put your poem on the board.
I heard all about certified drug addicts in which they fill out the prescription forms. Here's heritable fee. Heritable fee. Inheritors of summer, the renewal of Daphnes. Legal tenants are Sharpie tender bodies. There was a cool pool, and it came first, the life-sharing tadpoles. Nature evolved since then. Plagued by the dead of the night with the motion-active sensor and remote viewer visitation. Never said anything supernatural happens to us, the 10th month of the year, and the resurgent fearful suspicion whether or not said person was open to the spirits of the dead. Bluefish kills the redfish. How is being selfish the biblical fish? Detox chamber and the 3 stages of denial at the conference room party. I never wanted to do hay with you anyways. Skid mark, strange atmosphere tread hovers over the infamous precipitant wilds. Illusion started with clear precision to doing away with the world's problems. A food problem could solve, go hungry, persistent they are not there, and every sign, the great wisdom of not knowing. If Sam wanted to stop being Jim, we wouldn't have Jack Daniels. St. Michael for Halloween, the cycle regression, Juno Moon despair, the sudden fight with the big red spot on Jupiter drone. Discretion and discrimination, the Indian snapshot of the smartphone living galaxy, dead star rendered. Outside the web, immutable relations would have their self-righteous say. Was the Holy Ghost an infinite loop sticking onto the tape cassette micro recorder? Behind the looking glass, everyone had a reflection. All man is the same man. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, you know what? You always bring it, Raz. You always bring something that is different, something that really points to your intelligence. If Sam wanted to stop being Jim, he wouldn't have Jack Daniels.
That's awesome.
I really, really love that line. You know, you come up and you always just absolutely amaze us with your mind, my friend. All man is the same man. Amen. What a clever ending too. I really like this. Let me get a comment
Amen,
from Chi. I'll start with you on this one.
Amen, Raz. You go, boy.
Amen and hallelujah to Jack Daniels. Hallelujah. That was beautiful. I like it. I like it.
You kill me.
All right. Let me get a comment from Naomi.
Yeah, this is really intelligently written. Wow. From the start of evolution to, today and our, kind of like our downfall, there was a cool pool and it came first, the life-sharing tadpoles, nature evolved since then. Yeah, we all started, Earth started out as, God created the earth and then the seas and then after life and then men. And so, yeah, it went downhill. Yeah, this is really, really cleverly written, Raz. So, wow, bravo. Very layered.
I came to that conclusion just the other night, that maybe we all come from tadpoles. I thought I'd include it there with the right. I promised JCA I'd only bring new material to our house.
Oh, you're so
That's
you're
right.
So supportive,
That's right. And Mocha, what do you think?
I think I'm either getting smarter from reading Raz's reads, like, because I feel like the more and more I read him, the more and more I understand him, and the more and more I love the way that he says things. Like, one of my favorite lines here, you guys mentioned two of them already, but I'll mention another one. Food problem could solve, go hungry. Persistence, they are not there, and every sign, the great wisdom of not knowing. What an eloquent way to put that. Like, he teaches you lessons, and it's never preachy. It's this complex layers of stories. He takes you from the beginning of time, the beginning of our existence as we know it, and through the entire timeline of, like Naomi said, us just kind of, pardon the language, fucking ourselves over as a species. And all man is the same man, amen. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, he just sort of dropped the mic at that point.
Yeah. Mic drop.
And Boo gets the last say, and then she gets to read.
Yeah, this is a mic dropper, and I agree with what everybody else says. I got smarter since I started hanging out with you. And I remember when I first met you, I was like, what the heck? Whoa. And then I just realized you're so intelligent, and I love the way you look at things in your own point of view. And this is kind of like how man has just screwed up and succumbed to the substances and the abuse and alcohol, and I see this every single day. People who take that first drink, first shot, first hit, and it's down from there, and they can't ever get back up. I think this deserves the front page. I'm going to nominate it if it hasn't been there already. They're going to be doing me like Sal and tell me to stop nominating people soon. But, oh, well, this is awesome, Raz, just like you are.
Thanks, Boo.
Welcome.
Yep. Okay, let me get your poem out there, Boo. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, okay. This is called Cauterized Conscience. Trying to forget my conscience, thoughts inside my head of, yelling at me to search harder, chase someone else instead. I'm tired of feeling guilty. No, I'm the one to blame. You try convincing me I'm off, but it doesn't stop shame. I could do more to stay away. It's difficult to turn around. I need to go and leave behind the greatest thing ever found. I could cope with the hurt, questions and memories too. The fear of holding me back is surviving without you. I am selfish and terrible for allowing it this far. I wish you each chance I get, dandelions, shooting stars. I swore I wouldn't be that girl, that you leave her for me. I said I'd never want to ruin love, though you are unhappy. It's too late to set you free. My heart is catching tight. I can't see very good. It's catching you tight. I continue pushing back guilt. I hope our story ends all right. Sweetie, don't worry about me. Warriors ascend from the wreckage. Go on believing your very own lies. Goddesses refuse to be collateral damage. And poem.
Wow, this is absolutely powerful, Boo. The message is so deep and so cutting, and but in the end, there is that strength that you portray within your words. Brilliantly done, Boo. Let me get a comment from Raz on this. Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, there's definitely a type of honesty here at wanting to come to terms in a relationship, and it's expressed on mutual levels of what had been the start and where do we go from there. These kinds of pieces, they come out of this writer at a proficient and prolific rate.
Great comment. And Chi, what do you think?
Well, in Tarrant, that would be considered the Two of Cups. Whereas you have a choice. It's either the mind over the matter, or the matter over the mind, and that's where the mind takes control and takes action of the situation because it is logical. And then we have the heart, and the affairs of the heart have nothing to do with logic, but it absolutely wants it. So it is heart over mind, which is the understanding in the tarot of the Two of Cups. I like it.
And Mocha, what do you think?
This was very Boo level intense, and as I agree with Raz that it's so honest, expressing the feelings of essentially being tired of settling for something that she does not feel that she should have to settle for, regardless of the fact that, you know, part of her heart wants it, like she said also. She makes great comments. I'm selfish and terrible for allowing it this far. Like, she knows that from the jump they had made a bad decision, and it was purely on perhaps instinct or passion. And like she said, the logic is winning this fight, because at the end of the day, you do have to preserve yourself, your safety, your peace, your space, and your energy. And the woman in this poem is making that choice. I think this was really, really beautifully expressed. Boo, awesome, right? As always.
And Naomi, you get the last say on this.
Yeah.
And you're going to put your piece on the board.
Yeah, Boo. I think everything was said, but I just want to say, yeah, head always over heart, and you're a damn goddess, and send them straight to hell.
All right, Naomi. Let's see about that 55 Chevy, huh?
Yeah.
You are on the board.
Okay. Do you have the SoundCloud for it, or the video for it, or not? Do you want me to read it?
No, I don't. Wait, do I?
It's at the end of the poem.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Okay, I'll just read it then.
Okay.
Okay, Cherry Red 55 Chevy. She sat all lopsided on the stool bar, like some don't give a fuck punk movie star. From her purple lower lip, etched in a deep scar, hung a fat crimson fuming cigar. A Babylonian Cleopatra straight out of some bazaar, gripped between black nails her vodka-drenched Caesar. Tight leather mini skirt, half buttoned up lace shirt, dangling in jewelry like some Jezebel, some female Balthazar. And she cussed and screeched like spinning tires on an old cherry red 55 Chevy spitting fire. Winked at the barman, screamed out, pour me another, something hard, something raw, a damn motherfucker. And sucked it down like a Swiffer wet jet, belched it out on Metallica breath, hung on to the biker boy sitting next to her and spat out in a slur, let's get out of here. And she cussed and screeched like spitting tires on an old cherry red 55 Chevy spitting fire, a bloody blur of helter-skelter, one damn motherfucker.
One day.
There you go. Oh, I love your ranting. Oh man, this is great. I think I used to know this lady right here. Yeah, she was.
She hung around in bars a lot.
Yeah, I used to, but you know, I'll tell you what. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Let me first of all, I'm going to ask a very special person. Hey, Rooster, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
That's the proper crew.
Hey, Rooster, what do you think of Naomi's poem?
Well, I thought that there's some really super poems this afternoon, but that really hit me down below. That reminds me of. Do you ever hear the song "I'm the Queen of the Silver Dollar"?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there's some more famous artists, but Philomena Begley from Northern Ireland, where I'm from, has a very popular hit with that. You know, she's been round the block and has been messed about, and men have taken her for granted. So she, she's a classy lady, but she just sips another vodka or whiskey, whatever, and spills it all out. That was fantastic, Naomi, and a beautiful read. It really spoke to me. Brilliant. Very impressed.
Thank you. Thank you, Rooster.
Do you know this chick, Rooster? Do you know this chick, Rooster?
I think we all know her. I think we all know her.
I know lots of chicks.
I was her. Shit.
Let me. Raz, what'd you think?
Yeah, it had me in the mood to go get drunk and listen to Metallica. So I consider this a good night.
That's awesome. Mocha, what'd you think?
I think I want to hang out with this chick.
Yeah, right?
No, I love it. Naomi is such a badass. I love the way she described it. I think this tight leather mini skirt, half buttoned up lace shirt, dangling in jewelry like some Jezebel, some female Balthazar. This sounds like Silk kind of girl. Like Silk would love this woman.
Oh yeah, he would. She needs a tattoo.
And let me get a comment from Chi. What do you think about this, Chi?
Well, I want to hang out with her, too. She sounds like a lot of fun. She speaks her mind, and she sounds like a free spirit. I think the part that I like the most, and I'm not sure she was talking about the whiskey, but I was relating it to what I was relating to. She said she wanted some hard, and she wanted it raw. And she said, and give me a side of fries of somebody who knows how to be a fuzzer mucker. You know, because it ain't no good if they don't know how to fuzzer the mother. I was on it. I was with it, and it was really hot.
Yeah, they don't know how to work it. It's pointless. They don't know how to work it. It's pointless.
And Boo, what'd you think?
But Naomi, why you write my autobiography? I thought it was, I know her, I wrote her, believe me, and so she was a lot of fun, you know, but eventually you got to grow up and get over her, although she still lives in you somewhat, and I like how you're always upfront, honest, right to the point. She's a badass motherfucker, just like you, Naomi. Loved it.
All right. Rooster is up next, so Rooster, you got the mic.
A badass Irish motherfucker.
Hey, Bubbly Boo.
Hey, Rooster, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks for coming.
I've got just a bit of Rooster levity. How would you like a bit of Rooster levity?
We dig it.
Are you all sitting comfortably?
Yes,
we are.
Yep.
Okay. Sad to say, it's a true story, but you have to take a hit to win. You have to take a hit for the team, don't you? So you call this. I met a lady at the allotment. You know, I'm a bit green-fingered with the chickens and all. but it doesn't always work out. But anyway, we'll take it on the run. I met a lady at the allotment. Where local folk plant seeds, chat about inclement weather, and how to control the weeds. It was at the bring and buy stall, there displaying finest produce. I noted the fruits of hard labour, her melons ripe and full of juice. I ogled at her tender tomatoes, envied her plums and almonds, drooled over her terrific spread of apples, oranges and lemons. So I made her a proposition, thinking that clever and astute. I said, we must form a union, and together grow veg and fruit. Her reply, but firstly, sir, I must consider, before I accept your pledge, show me what you have to offer. Let me see your homegrown veg. I quickly led her to the veg stall to proudly show off my display. But such a scathing criticism I'll not forget till my dying day. Your cabbages have no heart, nor are they leafy green. Your cauliflowers are crawling with caterpillars most obscene. Your potatoes are too flowery and quite simply fall apart. Your onions small and mushy, no good for restaurant a la carte. Inside your lettuce, slimy slugs, unpalatable for humans to eat. And now your prized cucumber has shriveled up and fallen up my feet. Bye-bye. Love you all. You're brilliant.
Excellent. Thank you, Rooster. Thank you. All right, Rooster had to go, but we can comment on that. All I got to say are three words. God. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. There you go. I loved it. All right, let me get some comments. I'm going to start with Naomi on this.
Oh, this is so witty, so clever. Oh my gracious! You know it's hilarious. He just has a way of playing around with words. You know, when you have you have all the underlying, truths and all the dirtiness and hiding inside, and it makes it all the more funny. It's just what a wonderful write. I'm just still laughing at this. And now your prize cucumber has shriveled up and fallen at my feet. Oh, wow, Rooster. You always amaze me.
Love it. All right, Mocha, what do you think?
Sorry. I loved your little innuendos. I ogled at her tender tomatoes, envied her plums and almonds. It's so witty. It's so tongue in cheek. It's so absurd. And I just love his read. The way he thinks adds so much more character to each of his rights. I think I look forward to reading Rooster every time.
Excellent comments. And Raz?
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of wit here, and it brings up so many different types of vegetables. I guess you have your own salad going there for you.
Gee, baby, what do you think?
This gentleman has got his own niche and his own style and his own way of writing, and Well, I'm liking this. I mean, I didn't know him from before, but when I was here before, but that's nice. I'm like, he had a smooth groove going on. Tell him to do it again.
Raconteur.
And of course, Boo.
Oh Lord, this should be required sentence before you meet a guy. But firstly, sir, I must consider before I accept your pledge. Show me what you have to offer. Let me see your homegrown veg. That's so funny, because you never know what you're getting into in merchandise until you take a test drive. I think this is so funny, so clever, so Rooster. And I know it's not easy for him to call. He has to walk to a payphone and all that stuff. And we appreciate your support, and you come and you're hilarious. And a lot of his stuff is hilarious. You should check him out. We should have a show just about Roosters, how funny his poems are, Jay. Great job. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You can't toss a salad, it's falling off.
Next up, he's been out on the board, so let's put him in a little Titus. Here we go.
To write a portrait of myself. I can see how elementary and out of touch you are with the present. Such remnants from another century? Be damned with you, Baroque. It is descent of modern age I fear, not bid farewell. Femme rouge to the nobility bijou. Romantic age, renaissance, I smell the nightshade of despondency I woo. How can one disprove a thousand sages? Parody a phrase does befit the fool who swims against the tide many ages. Archimedes, love does reform misrule. Such precious commodity this you own, the spot in which you do so, stand alone.
Every time that Titus brings out something, he brings it out in a way that is so regal, so almost royal, I want to say. There's a bit of royalty in his words that I just have that feeling, and I love the way that he presents this. Romantic age, Renaissance, I smell the nightshade of despondency I woo. How can one disprove 1,000 sages? Titus. You often take our breaths away. Incredible, right? And thank you for listening in all the way from the UK. Thank you, Rooster, for listening in from Northern Ireland. Thank you, Mocha, for calling in from Tobago. Really appreciate everybody from around the world who is connecting with us today. Raz, what do you think about Titus's poem?
Yes, it does have plenty of political notions that you hear many years later about the Renaissance and the Romantic Age, how it was all a different part of Reformation, of how we become our current form of society. I think that point could be underlined as to a message of why there's far more laws 500 years later than what you had sometime in the past, that greater majority would get away with near bloody murder.
Yeah.
And Naomi, what do you think? Oh, she dropped. Naomi dropped. Chi, what do you think?
Well, it's the way that he writes. That's a different style. I like it, but it looks like we've got the combination of looking at the past versus the present and the different stages that we've taken on. But it just reminds me of the fact that the different forms of creation, what do you call it, people's mindset. Every time you turn around, we're going back to the drawing board to fix this, to solve that. And at a simpler time in life, it was much easier. And the creativity of man's mind has made it to the point that more boundaries are being made on a daily basis to compensate for anything that could interfere with our personal space. And if we look back on all the do's and don'ts and the boundaries that we have now compared to the simplicity that it was at one point in time, there is a difference. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it absolutely is the breadcrumbs of yesterday that absolutely explain what we're looking at today. They both correlate with each other. They're a great combination. I like this poem. It explains it well.
Oh, you go, Chi.
All right. Boo, what do you think?
I like what she said. I want to copy and paste that one. No, I think, if you're right about things being like simpler, then maybe if we would go back to that a little bit, how they encouraged individuals to experiment and to be free, and instead of blindly accepting things that we do now, especially with the media, the social media, online, the internet, all that. And if we challenge them a bit more, maybe we'd be better off. I think a beautiful poem, beautiful read, as always, and a lot to think about here.
All right. And Mocha, you get the last say on this poem, and then we're going to put your poem on the board next.
He is always so brilliant, so brilliant. I think the poem explores a lot of different themes. Chi, I think her comment hit the nail on the head. It's a little bit hard to follow her up, but I always say how Titus is like a modern classic, and I think this poem really, really embodies that, because he's very directly challenging here old schools of thought versus new schools of thought, and sort of asking you, well, why are we not evolving? And who says that I have to follow all of these rules as an artist to be considered classic or to be considered modern? And I love this. I love his writing so much. It really sort of sparks that literary fire in you for everybody who is like us, who likes writing and books and art. Is philosophical also, almost. It poses questions. I find it so funny that we all say that Titus his nobility. He, in this poem, literally blew a raspberry at the nobility. He literally sucked his teeth at them, and sort of what they represent. It's so masterful. Breathtaking, Titus.
All right. Here's what I got. I have figured this out as the show has gone along. We have too many great poems for 2 days of our anniversary. So Saturday, we're going to do the anniversary show part 3, because I still have way too much poetry to do, folks. Yes, we've got way too much poetry to do, and we're going to do a part 3 on Saturday. Me and Wayne, scratching the brain with JCA and Wayne, and this is going to be part 3, folks. We're going to do it. We're going to get through these poems, and we're going to love every minute of it. We're going to, let me see, Mocha, we're going to have you up next, and then we're going to maybe read 1 or 2. So here we go.
Don't forget the penguin, Jay.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to play the penguin at the end. A little cobblepot. So here you go.
Bravo, Zulu. A poem by Mocha 868. Scandalous subterfuge sparks her sinful embers. Black body radiation. When her chord is struck, she hums. free vibration. 2,150 degrees Fahrenheit. Calloused hands smelt her ore. Crassus lips conquer her core. Suckling ambrosia from dewy chaconia petals, with all the fervor of Prometheus, escaping with God's filched flames. Intimate amphibious invasion. D-Day has arrived. The Overlord takes ownership, plundering procreant lands. Body is a shotgun. Pump action, 500 mils. Fingertips are EOD. Deftly disarming, precise in skill. Her hips swirl topside. Self-control going AWOL. Vulcan combustions consort with Viking chants. Gungnir's lust sated. Odin owns you all. Bravo, Zulu. But this isn't the end of the war. End poem.
I love the references in this one. If everybody just goes on and reads the AN and sees everything, the one thing that I really like is that the 2,150 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature at which gold is smelted. This whole thing is so thought out and so well put together. There is so much within this. And I really enjoyed this poem. A lot for the military references, and a lot for the overall emotion and feeling behind this. I loved it. Let me get some comments for you. Let's start with Raz. Raz, what do you think?
Yeah, it does have that whole Militian field, and you have the history of war here from different perspectives. Prometheus being chained by Zeus for teaching fire, and there's an earlier reference also mentioning Vulcan combustions, so that would be Mercury, who is said to be one of the fathers of gods of war. Mixing that up with that line, Bravo Zulu, it's straight out of NOV.
What a great comment. Chi, what do you think?
I'm checking it out. The body with the shotgun. Woo, I love it. And said the overlords is taking over, so they're taking the attention of the majesty. Well, have mercy. And what is that vibration? 2,150. What you talking about? Oh, the temperatures was rising, wasn't they? I think I like it. And what was that? No, don't tell me. Don't start it. You know how I get.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, the girl just went
down, girl.
Stop it. You're just too hot. You're going to burn everything down, but that's okay. We'll rebuild it. You just keep right on burning, baby.
We'll rebuild it? Oh, shit. Gee, you cracked me up. I love cheese so much. Me too.
And Boo, you get the last say.
I love Mama Cheese comment. Everything she says, I want to just copy and paste over on my page. This is hot. It's sexy. It's sensual. It's got a little military vibe in there. This is for one dedicated soldier, I guess you'd say. And yeah, I mean, if she's shooting it off, and he better be hiding, because this is like really combustible shit going on here. Good stuff.
Yeah, she making him profit. He ain't going nowhere, no time, no ever.
No,
that's her.
No.
They call me Mistress Cheese, and watch out, because I do got a whip. But I told him, if you come over here, you're gonna be a sex slave. That's how it goes. Handcuffs and all. Trust me. I ain't gonna lie to you. You come over here, we're gonna handcuff you. It's all mine.
Yeah. Gee, I'm coming to your house.
Right?
Yep.
Well, sometimes I'm missing.
Mocha road trip to Cheese
I know
House.
what I'm doing when I'm doing. Never mind what I'm doing, but I'm busy. When I'm
I don't doubt that for a minute.
All right. At this time, I'm gonna give my thanks right now. We may have one more caller here coming shortly, but I want to thank Raz, Chi, Mocha, Tila, Drascona, Naomi, and Rooster all for calling. Beard, Titus, I saw Bella and Patrick both out on the board too. Great to see you guys. Boo for everything you do. We wouldn't be here without you, and we truly, truly do appreciate you and everything you do here. You are the lifeblood of La Cosa Nostra.
Yeah.
And
what could do without you, Joe?
And we're going in great directions. I'm glad that we have gotten through 3 years. Really, really appreciate that. And what I'm going to do next is, like I said, every single poem. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still got 10
really?
left. Yeah, we still got 10 left.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to play. We're going to do a couple in overtime, but what we're going to do first is by request by the boss. By request by the boss. It's time to do a little bit of the penguin. So here is me doing Cobblepot. Hold on.
Cobblepot.
And I will get the link up for you guys here shortly. Cobblepot by JCA. Cobblepot, Cobblepot, stir the pot, oh Cobblepot. That's my name, Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. And you see, I'm not like everyone else. Oh no, I'm much better, more advanced. But people couldn't see that when I was growing up. You see, I look different. Born into the illustrious Cobblepot family. All the money a kid could want. But nothing ever works out. I was born with birth defects. At least that's what they called them. But in my opinion, they were upgrades. My father died when I was young. Caught in a heavy rain. Pneumonia 3 days later. Mother never let me go out without an umbrella. All those kids with their ugly words, calling me a freak, a monster, a penguin. Little did they know their words were turning me into this. Soon Mother started in insults, day after day, until I couldn't take it. I ran, and soon I found myself in the underbelly of Gotham. My new friends, discarded by the Gotham Zoo in some botched trade, they became my healing, my refuge. They never teased me, but they gave me courage. Courage to learn, courage to be smarter. All those years, those wicked words those kids said. Little did they know they were speaking something to life. They created me. They created the penguin.
I love that. It's so badass. It's so trippy, and it just goes to show you how mean people can be, especially kids with their ugly words. That's my favorite part of the poem. And of course, the sinister laugh. It's just eerie and creepy. It's so original, so creative. You rock that one, Jay. I love it every time I hear it. I love it every time I hear it. I've heard it lots of times, and I like it better and better every time. Amazing. Mama Chi.
I think the man should do poetry. And I think he needs to start doing them playwrights and make some extra money because his creativity is like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to reach a little further with what you're doing. You've got something else brewing there besides just poetry side. I like it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We still got you there, Boo?
Should I go?
Yeah, you can comment.
I was on mute, sorry. I was going to say, yeah, he does it all, sing, write, dance, act, damn him. Okay, so Mocha, what do you think?
I think this was a fantastic delve into the character. When you really did your research, and you were so in character, if you don't start writing things, you should start doing voiceovers for anime because they make a lot of animated versions of all these superhero movies. I think you would be perfect. You've nailed every part of it. The backstory, the way it's like him ranting, and he always does that in the movies. He's actually one of my favorite villains. This one wasn't scary, thank God, but I think the performance was just as good as the last. Talented, Jay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, I would really love to see. I mean, if you've got a background in researching what you're doing with other people's commercial cartoons and so forth and so on, see, you've stimulated a whole new creative situation inside yourself. Now, taking it to the next level is seeing if you can put this down on paper and create a script of your own with characters of your own.
Yeah,
because you've been playing with other people. You've been playing in other people's playgrounds. It's time for you to go ahead and invent yourself a playground from, and stem it from there. You already got a baseline. You need to take it to the next level. That's what you need to do.
There you go, Jay. Take it to the next level.
Boo, do you think that Sling Blade one was a little bit on the next level?
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I absolutely like all of them. I don't know whether you're talking to Boo or me or who.
I'm talking to Boo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he got a bunch of characters that was just all so original. I mean, even though they're not really his, he makes some of them. But yeah, I agree. You could create your own thing. Just if you write enough poems and you're creative, I know you could do it. Just I guess you never thought about it, maybe. But that's a great idea, Chi. I agree. And Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, this says plenty on what affects being singled out as someone who's different has on certain criminal personality years later. That reflection, which the writer included as the background story for the Penguin, it shows that other aspect of which those become criminal types which reject society. They never openly admit as to some kind of cause where there had been the original form of distancing.
Great comment as well. Well, I've decided we're going to go this way. We got a 2-part poem here by Irish Scott. Boo, I'm going to have you read the first part, okay?
Okay, let me get over there. Okay. So read. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Love, he comes and goes as though a memory, a dream that lingers yet never stays. My love, a far cry from a saint, yet perfectly imperfect. He's the ghost that sit in the passenger seat, telling me of the day he take me away to a place far away. And poem.
All right. And if Mocha, you can read part 2.
Sure. Take me away. Take me away, my ghost, to a place far away, a place where willows no longer weep and shadows don't creep. Blood dripping ever so peacefully, my final breath visits once again, whispering sweet nothings and that which once was, and shouting that which shall never be. So take me away, my love, placed so far away, where skies are no longer gray, and the willows no deep. Take me away. End poem.
This is deep. This is deep. She said she wrote it in 2 poems on purpose, where they wouldn't necessarily make sense unless they were brought together. I do think they read well as 2 separate poems, though. And when you bring them together, they bring together that incredible picture. I think she did a fabulous job on that. The whole story is sad, but it also happy, and you got a great touch of love within there. It's deep, and for anybody who knows Irish, she lost her twin brother several years ago, and it just is something that has been part of her ever since. And this right here could be just another outcrop and extension of their connection, which I think is quite brilliant. Let me get a comment from Raz on this. Raz, what do you think?
Yes, both pieces complement each other to the extent that you don't have the full message without reading Love is the Ghost and Take Me Away simultaneously. And here it seems to be a kind of incomplete love letter that has been left behind, but only that memory of who had been the original sender remains.
Great comment. Chi, what do you think?
It reminds me of some of the stuff that I was checking out in Egyptology, where they would explain people who were in the eons of past energies that would meet up with people who had reincarnated in this particular time, but the degree of their frequencies could be to the point they could draw them, and they could feel the presence of certain spirits around them. In other lifetimes, these people were family members, fathers, husbands, and other eons and other life cycles that had ended, that had drawn to people who were in the existence of the 3D now. So when you were speaking, you said something about that she had lost a twin, and that's the point of the soul, and the point of even what Christ was saying about the form of reincarnation, and what he also explained about the fact that you could kill the body, but the soul never dies. And under these particular circumstances, the degrees of frequencies, sometimes they kind of, what they call it, trip the light fantastic, and go into where some people had admitted of having a soul relationship with spirit. And that was weird. I was thinking about it as I was reading part 1 and part 2, and I was like, it started, flipping my memory. So was she, I had to wonder, was she fantasizing, or was she in 2 parts of the spirit as well as the 3D, and, she had more advancement than most people are even aware of, but that was a cool point. I liked it.
Great comment. And let me get a comment from Mocha.
Yeah, I think just the fact that she split the poem in 2 was in itself a huge metaphor. It's like she literally made a metaphor out of the poem, where it is literally saying almost like my existence does not make sense without you, my other half. You have to know both parts to know the whole story. And they do stand alone as, solid poems. But at the end of the day, without each other, this is probably what she was feeling as well, how she was trying to express it. Without each other, they are incomplete. A piece is missing, and that piece is lingering, like she said, especially if she is talking about her twin. Twins have a really, really deep connection. So it is quite possible, again, like she said, that physically experiencing, but in an ethereal form. And she's expressed it very beautifully in this poem. The one that I read, I love that she kept repeating, take me away, almost like if she's begging or if it's a prayer. It shows her longing and her desperation to be reunited with that person that she loves so much. I think this is a really deep, really well-written poems.
All right, excellent. Well, we're gonna bring Aid over to Saturday's show. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Me and Wayne will be hosting that. Don't miss that at all. We're going to end the show here with a little bit of Boo playing some piano for us, and her doing a little Billy Joel, which I'm going to be excited about. But do not miss Open Poetry also on Sunday at 9 p.m. with me and Boo. We thanks once again to everyone who joined in with us and everyone around the world. We've been heard in over 90 nations around the world, and this is truly a family affair, and an international family at that, and we really appreciate and love every single one of you. So without further ado, let's hear Boo doing a little Piano Man. incredible performance, Boo. Thank you, everybody, for calling. And that has been Our House. We have to lock the doors, but we thank everybody for joining us. See you again at 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. This is JCA signing off.